AI, artificial intelligence. AI, artificial intelligence. AI.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
For the first time in almost 30 years, Nvidia isn't launching a new gaming GPU. The memory maker behind that shortage just had the worst trading day in its history, and big tech is still guiding towards $725 billion in AI spending this year. 3 numbers, 1 thread. Stick around, we're following it to the end. Let's get into it. Nvidia will not release a new gaming GPU architecture this year, the first time in nearly 30 years. The RTX 50 Super refresh is reportedly shelved. The RTX 60 series is pushed to 2028. AMD's no better off. No RDNA 4 successor, and RDNA 5 isn't expected before 2027. Nvidia's statement to Tom's Hardware, demand for GeForce RTX GPUs is strong, and memory supply is constrained. Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron have reportedly sold out their 2026 memory production to AI data centers. Gaming hardware is last in line. Result: an RTX 5090 that launched at $1,999 is reportedly selling near $3,000. AMD is reportedly planning its own 10 to 15% price hike as soon as this month. One of those 3 memory makers just had the worst week of its corporate life. Here's what happened. On July 14th, SK Hynix, the company supplying the memory Nvidia can't get enough of, dropped 15%. According to CNBC, that's its largest single-day decline ever. It dragged Samsung down about 11% and triggered a trading halt on South Korea's Kospi index, which fell 9%. 4 days earlier, SK Hynix had debuted on the Nasdaq, a $26.5 billion offering, oversubscribed 7 times over, shares up 13% on day 1. Then, according to a Korea Investment and Securities note, fears that next quarter's profit could miss by 8% erased nearly $100 billion in value in one session, knocking the company back under $900 billion 2 months after it crossed $1 trillion. Record IPO to record crash in 96 hours, and that's the company propping up Nvidia's entire supply chain. Nvidia can't get memory, SK Hynix just cratered. So why is big tech still all in? Morgan Stanley has an answer. Building 1 gigawatt of Nvidia's GB200 AI capacity now costs about $35 billion, up 16% from its last estimate. GB300 systems, $39 billion. Nvidia's upcoming Vera Rubin platform, $49. That estimate lands 5 days before Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, and Meta have to answer for it. The 4 are guiding toward a combined $725 billion in AI infrastructure spending this year, up 77%. Every one of those calls faces the same question. Is AI revenue growing fast enough to justify that number? Nobody knows yet. Here's how 3 companies are trying to make sure the answer is yes. OpenAI released GPT 5.6 on July 9th after a 12-day government safety review, according to Axios. 3 models, 3 price points. Sol, the flagship, at $5 per million input tokens and 30 output. Terra, the mid-tier, at $250 and $15. Luna, a new budget option, at $1.06. The AI pricing race has shifted from smartest model to cheapest one that's good enough. Apple had its own hurdle to clear this week and needed outside help to do it. Apple Intelligence cleared Chinese regulators on July 15th, CNBC and TechCrunch report, almost 2 years after Apple first announced it. The AI doing the work there isn't Apple's own, it's Alibaba's Qwen model, built directly into iOS, iPadOS, macOS, and visionOS for Chinese users. Alibaba's US shares rose about 4% on the news. Apple reportedly tried Baidu, DeepSeek, and ByteDance first. Alibaba made it through. Microsoft's answer wasn't a smarter model either, it was headcount. On July 2nd, it launched Microsoft Frontier Company, $2.5 billion, 6,000 engineers embedded directly inside client businesses, building AI systems on site instead of licensing software. First customers, the London Stock Exchange Group, Unilever. Amazon reportedly committed $1 billion to the same playbook 2 days earlier. Anthropic and OpenAI both launched similar units in May. The industry's verdict: selling AI tools isn't enough, you have to staff them. Bloomberg separately reports Microsoft has started swapping its own MAI models into Excel and Outlook, replacing OpenAI and Anthropic on tens of thousands of prompts a week. Not even Microsoft's AI partners are safe from a cost-cutting swap. Meta's week went the opposite direction, loud, contradictory, and somehow still winning. On July 2nd, Zuckerberg told employees AI agent work hasn't really accelerated the way we expected, days after Meta cut roughly 8,000 jobs, Yahoo Finance reports. About as close as a CEO gets to admitting a strategy isn't working, Meta's stock didn't care. Best week since early 2024, up 15%, CNBC reports, as investors focused instead on its new Muse Spark 1.1 model. Zuckerberg said the quiet part out loud. Wall Street shrugged. One more story lands squarely on gaming. On July 15th, Epic and Google jointly walked away from their proposed settlement, according to Tech Times and McRumors, leaving the original 2024 injunction fully in force. Starting July 22nd, Google Play allows third-party app stores in the US for the first time, rival game storefronts included. That injunction traces to a December 2023 jury verdict that Google illegally monopolized Android app distribution. 3.5 years of legal maneuvering ends not with a deal, but with both sides giving up on softening it. Whether it means cheaper games or new storefronts is still open, but the door, legally, is. Back to where we started. Nvidia isn't making new GPUs because memory's sold out. The company selling that memory just had the worst day in its history, and big tech is still pouring $725 billion into AI this year anyway, 16% pricier than planned, with nobody pulling back. Gamers are footing part of that bill right now, a $1,000 markup on the one GPU Nvidia still makes, before AMD's hike even lands. 15% SK Hynix's worst day on record, and, the same week, Meta's best week since 2024. Same industry, same 7 days, opposite verdicts. That's the money behind almost everything this week. Subscribe so you don't miss it. See you then.